Hi folks, Langley here again. I hope you're okay. As you can see, this is another guide. I thought it'd be really helpful to look at how we post to Facebook Live on the Circuit Facebook page. So this is a simple guide and it's more of a walkthrough. What I'm going to do is explore with you as we do this. So I don't necessarily have a set agenda, but I am very interested just to see if I can link up with my own webcam here. Just as you would link up just using your camera on your laptop or your phone in order to say, for example, offer prayers at 8:30 in the morning on Facebook Live, or to post any other content. The advantage of the live posting, of course, is that you get live comments at the same time. Only folks who are members of Facebook are actually able to comment, but I think that facility of people being able to exchange and being able to look at the comments and say, oh well, you know, John's just sort of raised this in for us in prayer, has been really helpful in generating a sense of community. So let's just see where we're at, and as I say, I am experimenting here with you. So I'm going to just go over to where I would land if I landed on the Facebook page, and so there it is. So first and foremost, if you look here, you'll see that there's a create section here and then a live button. And this is a variable in different iterations. You know, if you're on mobile, it might have a slightly different format, but it's still there. So click on live and we'll see what happens. It shifts over to a page here. Just will take its time. Just be patient on this. And you can see here that there's a few options. Okay, I'll just introduce you to what those are, but do not be phased. Okay, I don't know what a paired encoder is, no idea, don't worry about that. But there's a use camera button, and that is saying to use the camera that's associated immediately with your hardware. That's the button that you're going to want to press if you're using a laptop, for example. Or I'm not sure if it'll come up if you're using a mobile. It may well do, but this thing, a user stream key, that's a slightly different animal. That's a special code that goes into a program that manages multiple threads that are going into your stream. So I use that if I'm in the office here. I run through a program called OBS, Open Broadcasting System, and it uses a key. Which I really must make sure you can't see, so there's going to be a little bit of editing going on. But if I click on use camera, we'll have a look here, and I'm thinking, oh, nothing much has happened. Oh no, there I am. So what's happened is that you can see here, it's recognized that I'm on a webcam, and this is interesting as well. I don't think that you will find this as an issue, but you may well see that if you do happen to have two microphones attached to your computer. So I have a USB microphone that I use linked to the outside broadcast, the open broadcast system. And then I also have a microphone that's attached to the camera. So what it's done is it's saying, oh, we'll use the webcam, but we'll use your USB microphone. Well, actually, I don't want it to do that. If I click on the right here and drop down, it gives me all kinds of information. You won't have this. I'm in Geek Central here, but it's picked up that I've got a set of headphones. So if you're using, for example, and have got plugged in a set of headphones that will allow you a press to push, you know, just a pair of earbuds or something like that, it'll pick those up. So what you want to do is go down to the microphone that you want to use, and you can see here, this is my webcam here, C920. It's the only webcam on the system, and I'll click that. Okay. And that will mean that the system, when it goes live, will be picking up this microphone. Okay, there are lots of interesting things happening here on settings, but don't really worry about that. End live video if stream stops. One hopes that doesn't happen. My advice is to not rely on your own data if you possibly can, but if you've got a good signal, that's fine. It's just going to cost you money depending on your plan. Make sure you're using your Wi-Fi signal. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. the one thing that will come up when you are broadcasting that you can surf and see is the quality of the stream if you do have any problems. Okay, so then if we move over to the left hand side here, remember that when you go into the Peterborough Methodist Circuit page, you'll also sort of carrying with you in the background other pages that you may manage. So I've got the option for two things here. First thing is it's recognizing that when I go live and I press that button to go live, when I do go live, I will be sharing to the Peterborough Methodist Circuit. There it is here. But also I manage a lot of other accounts. So I can share to a page I manage as well. And so just be on your guard here to make sure that you have selected, you know, you're sharing to the Peterborough Methodist Circuit, because I could, for example, share to the Peterborough Pioneer Hub. Okay, now if I do that, if you just wait a second, what it will do is it will move me onto a different page. It'll refresh the page, and we don't want that. So we want to share to a page that you manage, and we want to make sure that we've selected here, just in case you have got other pages that you've been invited to manage or whatever, we share with the Peterborough Methodist Circuit. There we are, and click that, and back we go to where we are. Okay, just give it a couple of seconds to work out. And you can see here it's saying waiting for live video, and it's managed to reset itself to the stream key. Don't panic. So say use the camera. Thank you very much. It spots the camera. It's using the default microphone at the moment. We don't want that. We want the microphone on the Webcam Pro, and there we are. So a nice little exercise there. And then the only thing that you then need to do to go live is to click this go live button. But if you do go live, there's of course the questions on who you want to see this. So I don't know what's going to happen if I click audience settings, but there you go. So it's set to public at the moment. I'll do that again just so that you get a chance to see it. So audience settings, that's really important. Now if you click it, obviously the first audience that you're going to want if you first go live is to be public. Okay, don't worry about this stuff here, but crucially a little trick to use if you're looking to see how you're looking is that if you're broadcasting from your Facebook profile, which is a personal page, you'll have an option that is not here to broadcast yourself. Okay, but what you can do, if you go down here, it says publish as a test broadcast, and that can only be seen by admins or editors of your page. So I'm going to try that now. So I'm going to tick that. Okay, and it's probably going to refresh me again, and I'll probably have to go back and sort it out. So yes, it has. It's refreshed it. Use the stream key. No. Use the camera. Thank you very much. Select the camera, the webcam, and the default microphone that's there. Okay, which I'm gonna is the HD webcam. You may not have all of these options here. It's very simple if you're using a phone or a laptop. This is because I'm in quite a complex setting and I've got multiple pieces of equipment. So share to a page I manage, Peterborough Methodist Circuit, publish as a test broadcast. So let's just start the test and see what happens. Now I warn you before that I'm recording audio that is coming through the webcam, both to a separate video program, which is this one, that I'll edit, but also I'm going to broadcast live. So you might get a few weird sound effects, but let's just start the test. So we start the test, we go live. It's saying 3, 2, 1, and I shall just say to everyone, hi here, it's Langley, it's good to see you. This is just a test page. Only admins and editors can view this. I'm just doing a little video now to help people discern work out how to post live on the circuit Facebook page. So I'm doing a bit of a walkthrough. So if you didn't hear my first bit, because the test is, you know, I'm trying to work out when the broadcast started. It went 3, 2, 1, so I think we're all right. But the broadcast sort of starts, only admins and editors can see it, and this of course gives you a chance to kind of fill about with your camera. Do I want it to go up and down? You know, and I can do it like this as well, or change the angle. There you go. Obviously I'm behind a green screen, which most people won't have. I'm not worried about the green screen, I'm just worried about what is possible. So that's just a test broadcast. So you can see, you can just trial how you are. So if you've got your camera on a little tripod or something like that, or your laptop, stick it on some books, and then as you're able to do that, you can just make sure, because you know the golden rule is do not, I'll illustrate it like this, do not have the camera like this pointing up at your face, because as you can see, that's a really flattering angle. Okay, because that's my 2 or 3 chins that are available. If you're able to put your laptop higher up, I'll just put the lens here higher up, and then lower it down. Okay, so it's looking down on you. The better steeper angle down, the better. I'm lifting up actually my screen here, my TV. There we go, and you can see that actually I look immediately much better. Also, I have posted a video on yesterday with a few additional pieces of advice. Rob Parsons gave some advice about speaking to camera. The camera is your friend, but some real important pieces of advice I felt about lighting. Do not sit with your back to a window so that the window is flooding the camera with light and that leaves you in shadow. And be careful as well with sitting with light sources above you. But you can look and see what it's coming out like this. Don't worry though, it feels very awkward when you first start. Don't worry, because ultimately we just do what we're going to do. If you're feeling very self-conscious when you're broadcasting live, just remember that you're in good stead, because John Wesley detested open air preaching, but he did it because it needed doing. But just a couple of things, just I think to make, you know, so you're not a distraction when you're presenting. That's the key. So keep the background clear as well if you possibly can. A sheet is actually far better than the material that's behind this, I can tell you. So that's how to go live. We'll end the test broadcast there, and it tells me if you end this live video now, you'll be able to choose it if you want to save or delete it. So can end it there, and then we'll see what's happened. It says view post, so you can view here. So I'll click and I'll view the post, and then it will show exactly what I looked like, and you can see that here, and it's saying recorded live. Okay, so that's how you can see it, but rest assured the only people that can see that are the admins and the editors that are there. Okay, and then we can tidy this up later. It's easy to delete sort of posts that we don't want there, but there you go. And so I'm chatting away. So I hope that's helpful. As you can see in context, this is what other people may well be able to see. We'll just have a look around here. You can check your sound, see what your sound is like. Remember to do that, especially if you're sort of in the windy conditions outside. If you're feeling brave, just check your sound. By the way, people will cope with poor visuals. They won't cope with poor sound. Okay, and what can we do here? We can save it, so you can save it to your videos. We can copy the link. We can hide the video, but this is what someone in general may well see, so they can report, say, a video that concerns them. So so there we are. I hope that's helpful. I don't quite know how to get back to the original page. There is my original Facebook page. Oh, if you're looking to travel from your Facebook page and you've made an admin, on the right hand top side here you'll see this little arrow, and you'll see your pages. Go down and you can select, you'll find the Peterborough Methodist Circuit there, and there you go. So I hope that serves and that's helpful, just as a brief introduction. We can sort out most things. If you are willing to post at any time, feel free to do so. I think it was interesting that I noticed that firstly, I think if you, as part of the process of being made an editor and admin, if you're invited, you need to connect with the page. And you need to follow the page first, because I did find that out. But let's just have a brief look down here and see what we can see. If we're admin, we can see the posts that have gone up, and we've got control over those posts, I suspect, as well. Let's just have a look. Yes, so there we go. Delete from page. So as an admin, you're able to do that. You can report it as well to Facebook. I'm not quite sure about jobs, events, videos. Shows all the videos that we've got. that are on the site, and we can do a little bit of admin on that, as with the photos as well. They'll appear. And so, yeah. So I hope that's okay. I think I'll just go, I think when I was looking at settings, that might be interesting to look at. I'm not quite sure how to get that. It says settings there, so we click on settings, and then I can show you who, in fact, if I go to page roles on the left here, it's a bit of a minefield, isn't it? You can see who we've got as our administrators. So Grace, hi Grace, Administrator Simon, Sue Moore, myself and Dale pending to administer. So administrators have obviously the huge amount. I mean, you can change the structure of the page itself, but editors have a significant insight. So you can delete comments, you can create ads, you can see who created a post or comment, you can post for Instagram to Facebook and view insights. So so I think it's the deletion of material that the admins are able to do, but I don't have a problem with making people admins at all. The more the merrier, in my view, so we trust each other. Okay, I hope that is helpful. Look after yourself, stay safe, and let's keep making sure we're saving lives. So God bless. It's been quite a long video, but I just pray and hope that it will at least be helpful. Okay, God bless and goodbye.